So this is my third one I'm doing on this. So I finished all the main assembly at this point. I've got all the crossbars up. Now I'm starting to I've trimmed the grapes and put them into position. Over here you can see the one that I transplanted. I mentioned last time. It looks like it's going to make it, but we'll see. I realized that I had two over here that I did not have water to. So I added some water to these two. This one apparently was doing okay. And this one is doing really well, but it's one I had water to. You can see how I've had to kind of squeeze it into place, but that's okay because I would like it to grow up there. I'm starting to put some of the little cross beams here that'll provide a little shade and support for this that grows. This one is a different kind of grape. It's a purple seedless. It grows really well. So we'll see now that I've cut it up and tore it apart a little bit how well it does. I see a few little flowers that are starting to come out on it. So we'll probably be okay. Everything is growing really well at the moment. I've got gooseberries that are black currants, sorry, that are starting to produce berries already. And I have hyacinths, I think, that I put back here, if I remember right. I'm going to try to grow my cucumbers on a trellis. So we'll see how they do. I've had a few birds that have kind of attacked them. One didn't make it when I pulled the water covers off. You can see how the birds just kind of chewed on that one. Tomato plants, I've took the water covers off and they're all doing really well. This would be my earliest one. It's got 3 tomatoes on it, and I think I got peppers in from last time, so still have to do some weeding over here, but everything's growing well. I've got a small forest of cilantro with little dill plants mixed in all over. I can see them all over in here. So garlic, I plant that every fall, so it's usually done by the time the hot of summer. It goes dormant. And over here I have blackberries. The blackberries, I have some, looks like I'm going to have some starts that I'll be able to give out if anyone locally had wanted some. I was kind of depressed. I dug up one of the grapevines that's probably a 30-year-old grapevine, and the guy who had said he wanted it changed his mind, so it died while waiting. Some of my flowers that are growing, this is just one that popped up, so it's just a pale blue, and I've got a blue iris that is really coming on and bright. I have a ton of these little flowers. They just completely slipped my mind what they're called. My kids always called them firework flowers. Alum. You can see some blooming here. But when they get going, they're like a giant ball, so the kids call them firework flowers. And I just have them growing everywhere. See where I've stomped on a few here getting through, and more between the boxes. I know I should clean out between the boxes, but when stuff starts growing, these are a flower called a red hot poker. Pepper plant that I didn't treat well. I don't know if it's going to come back. I'm doubting. We'll see. And this is a rosemary plant tucked in here. It was pretty dry, so it'll probably be okay. And then I've got just a ton of chives. I don't know anyone who eats chives. I planted some. I'll forever regret it. My side and back have these grapes. They're a seedless that come on early in the season. You can see there's literally flowers all over these. I've got to reinforce and build a better support for this hanging on the fence. It's getting so big, the fence is falling. This plant is probably 80 years old, I would guess. Probably planted close to the time the house was planted. I've got 2 of them. The other one is right back here. A 3rd one and a 4th one. I had one here that the city came to work on my water line and tore it out. And then there was one back here, and they all got tore out. But everything's going really well right now. Spring is coming, so there we have it.